Hi, this is James Buzzo from Babeltech. Today, Babeltech is going to show you Microsoft's new operating system, Windows 7. Windows 7 is an upgrade from Windows Vista. As you can see, the startup of Windows is fairly quick. Microsoft has really strived itself to try to be under 30 seconds from startup to actual boot. We just log in here, and within only a few seconds we'll be on a working desktop. Anyone who's used Windows Vista will notice very great similarities between this desktop and the Windows Vista desktop. There's a few subtle changes though. For example, on Windows Vista we had gadgets. Now gadgets were limited to being on the right hand side in a dock. In Windows 7 those gadgets can be wherever you want. You can even have a movie playing in the background using Windows Media Player. All of these gadgets are fully adaptable, and there are a pile of them on the Microsoft website itself. These things you'll see down the bottom here is a change in the style of taskbar. No longer are things listed in their separate processes, but they're listed by the associated programs that are used. So I can have multiple instances of Mozilla Firefox open and it'll just stack up here. But where I hover over it, I can distinctly see the frames. When you have full 3D graphics installed, hovering over this will actually bring up previews of the frames. As well as that functionality, there's a new functionality called Snap within the interface. Snap allows me to drag a window to the left or the right of the screen to basically divide the screen in half and have two functional sides. Snap also allows me to maximize by dragging a window to the top of the screen. This is very efficient for multitasking. As well as that, one of the new advantages of the Aero theme is the quick back to base option by just clicking this little button down here. By far the biggest advantage for a IT consultant with Windows 7 is that when you do the initial installation, you don't have to worry about installing all the device drivers anymore. Essentially, as soon as you install Windows, Windows will go to the net and try to find all the device drivers that are required for the system itself. This also occurs anytime you plug in any new devices to the system. It will automatically install in the background and you'll usually have access to the device within 10 seconds. Great advantage over the previous version of Windows. Another advantage for anyone who needs restrictive policies on their computers is the parental control option. If we go into parental control, we can see that we've got another user here called child. If I click on child, I've got the option to turn on or off parental controls, and then under particular parental controls, we can set a time limit when the child uses the computer. We can also set which games the child is allowed to play, and we can also allow or block specific programs. If we go into here quickly, you can either define the child using all the programs, or you can set which programs the child's allowed to use. You can either be very restrictive by specifically selecting only a couple of programs that the child is allowed to use, for example WordPad and Firefox, or you can be restrictive by specifically unchecking programs that you don't want the child to use, such as Windows Media Player. Of course, Babeltech is happy to help this at any time. Under time limits, we've got the option to really define exactly when a child is allowed to use a computer. We can say on a Monday to Friday, the child is only allowed to use the computer between 4 and 6. On a Saturday, between 12 and 8. And on a Sunday, between 3 and 8. This adaptability allows you full control over your child's browsing habits and usage of the computer. When installing Windows 7 to your computer, if you have Windows Vista previously installed, it's a very easy upgrade process. However, if you have Windows XP installed, it requires a full reinstall. That's not a terribly hard thing to do, however, because we can do a full backup of Windows XP, and once we've done the installation of Windows 7 will pull all your information back from the Windows XP backup. Well, I hope that you've liked Babeltech's introduction to Windows 7. If you require any help installing Windows 7, please don't hesitate to go to www.babeltech.com.au and go to the Contact Us tab up the top. Also, if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see in these webinars in the future, please email them to ideas@babeltech.com.au. Thank you.